GingerGM.
Hello, hello, hello. The cowboy is back. Woohoo! Oh yeah, boys. The Psycho-Cowboy in the house, and we're going to have a little challenge. This is the first time I've resurrected my first chess persona, the Psycho-Cowboy, which is my username on the Internet Chess Club, that really old chess club in the outback somewhere, which people would occasionally play on, but not very often. Don't know why I'm putting on my farmer's voice. And I'm just going to have a go at playing, seeing how high I can get my rating. Now, my rating is around, I've played one game, and it's 2183. Wow, I gained 183 points. So I want you guys to play along. I'm going to give myself 1 hour. We've got the countdown clock up there, as you can see. And I'm going to start that. I'm 2183. What rating do you think I'm going to get to? And it's as simple as that. What can the cowboy do? How many games are going to lose in an hour? Can we just rock and roll and kill everyone? And we're going to play sacrifices. Sacrifices everywhere, because the Psycho-Cowboy is a little bit woohoo, loco. So come on, let's give it a go. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to start the clock. Oh no, not 5 minute. We don't want 5 minute. 5 minutes quite interesting, but we'll go for 3 minute, and we're going to start the clock now because it's easy to get a game at 3 minute, and we are off. Okay, so the Psycho-Cowboy wants to sack as quickly as he can, and he's in, and my opponent's brought his queen out. He's very quick, my opponent here, and we have a normal position now. Even though the cowboy is thinking, and he is thinking, even though the cowboy's going to play aggressive chess, we still have to play sound, good moves. And I feel like my opponent's got a fine position here. I don't want that knight coming in, so we're going to have to stop that one straight away. And this is a bit of a solid, boring start here, right? Okay, now what do we do? Should we take that one off? We're going to have to grind this one out. I didn't expect that. Oh dear, the queens are coming off as well. This is not cowboy style, but okay, I'm sure we're going to have some interesting games later on. We're going to have to show some endgame play here in what should be an equal position. Maybe my opponent's pawns in the centre of the board can be a little bit more dodgy later on. Let's just let me just see if you can see my mouse now. Can you see the mouse? Can you see the mouse? Here we go. You can see my mouse. The mouse is being funny, right? Okay, anyway, so I've got the open file, and we're going to use that to come straight in. So now, I don't know why my opponent has given me this open file. That seems a little bit silly of him. He's trying to get some counterplay here, which is kind of understandable, but it's also, now this rook must be very good. I've got my rook rocking and rolling now. I will grab this pawn. I know it's a double pawn, but more importantly, how's he going to defend this little guy here? And how do we play this one then? So a3, trying to get both my rooks to the 7th. Is that going to work? Let's try this one. So I've got one rook on the 7th. I want to get my other rook in the game. And this seems like he's going to be under some pressure, because if I take there, he has to go rook f1, and I'm still going to have the extra pawn. He can't defend a2, because if he tries to defend it, I would have taken it anyway, and there's a back spanker. So I think we're looking good here. We're looking good, boys and girls. We're looking good. I'll just make some little adjustments now the time has moved. What are we going to get to? What rating can we get to in this time limit? Well, that's why we're going 3 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what is possible. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting to see. Okay, so he's coming up with his king. But how does he move his rook? He can't move his rook. So these two pieces are tied down. But I've still got to try and make progress. So the first natural stage is keep the pawns and pieces on the board. h3 I'm now thinking is a bit of a target. He's playing quite well, I have to say, in defending this one. Do we push this one up the board, or do we keep the check available? I'm going to go here, because I maybe want to have a check on c3, and I want to have a check here. Now this ending is going to be very hard to win. So he's still defending extremely well here, actually, in this position. Now how do we do this? Check, he goes f4. Now if I take there, can we grind that one down? We don't want to start with a draw. I think we're going to have to keep the rooks on the board, right? And now, how on earth are we going to do this? This is not easy. I kind of feel like I've already messed this up, guys. What am I doing? Can I get his king trap somehow? Oh, I had this planned all along. The Psycho-Cowboy always checkmates. Even in the ending, he doesn't need any grinding, queening pawns. The cowboy sees a mate and he plays the mate. Oh yeah, boys. Oh yeah, rook h8. Look at that. Never in doubt. Always grinding that one down. Beautiful stuff. Okay, we're going to try to play new players each game as well. We're gaining points. Like, am I going to get black every game? Is that what this is about? So the Psycho-Cowboy, he wants the gambit. Now, the quickest way to gambit with the cowboy is the Budapest. But do we go Buda or do we go Pest? I think we're going to go crazy, right? We're going to go for the gambit that I can't pronounce, which I've done some lessons on somewhere. You can find them on my YouTube channel. And now this is what a cowboy does. He just gives them all up. And he goes for quick development. 3 pieces developed against 1. Woohoo! Wheel them in, boys! Wheel them in. And now, I've played this setup quite a lot, actually. And I think it's actually very dangerous for white. The idea is to just get the queen out. Woohoo! Castle queen side. Oh, yeah. And then checkmate. Simple as simple is. Oh, he's bringing his queen out first. So I'm thinking now his queen could be a real target. And I'm going to continue with my plan. And now I've got 5 pieces developed. And if I castle, I'm going to have 6 pieces developed. Oh my words, you don't mess with the cowboy in this position. The cowboy just is... Okay, right. So he's got some ideas. Now, he's obviously got some ideas. I can castle, takes there, check, takes, and take his queen. Quick calculation. Now, I don't know if I want to do that though, because if I castle, he takes. He gets a lot of pieces, doesn't he? How many pieces does he get? He gets far too many. So this is a good move. This is an annoying move. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to play good moves. And what can I do here then? What can I do? So if I castle, he takes. Can I go bishop e5? That is a crazy cowboy-like move. Let's try that one. We don't want to retreat. We don't want to go backwards. So now I'm thinking this one. This wins the queen, but he gets too many pieces. This one is a bit more avant-garde. It's a bit more like, I'm gonna win, but I don't want you taking all my pieces. And the idea of this one is I'm threatening his queen. If his queen moves, I take the bishop, so I get my material back, and he's still... Oh, it's a check. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Cowboy. It doesn't matter. I saw it all. You know, one thing that the cowboy does, he oozes confidence. Even when the chips are down, he's like, I planned it, boys. I planned it. Nothing gets in the way of the cowboy. And the cowboy, like, just basically, the cowboy's like, you know what, whatever you do, I'm not scared. This is all planned. Queen there, knight takes here, queen takes here. What the flipping heck is going on there? It looks good. The cowboy loves chaos. He thrives in chaos. He looks for chaos in the calm waters of the ocean. Where people see tranquility, the cowboy sees a jungle of opportunity. A jungle of waves, tidal waves, crashing through the peaceful meadows. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to create a little bit of chaos. And in actual fact, this is a bit of a weird position. Now, probably queen g6 is better, but we don't want to go backwards, do we? No, we are the cowboy. And actually, that would have been a lot better. Now, let's just keep attacking that queen, hey? Because if I take there, he's got rook 1, and we're going for a bit of... Look, I've got all of my pieces developed. So even though we don't count pieces, all of my pieces are developed. And this one is now a bit of a killer. Check to the boy. 14 moves. What more do you want? Okay, we're cruising it, man. As they say. Okay, as Ali G would say. I'm actually seem to be getting my rating up a little bit too quickly here, because you know, I'm going to start playing good players. Oh, well, come on. if you haven't seen me play this open before, where the hell have you been? The hillbilly. The hillbilly. This is what the hillbillies play when they're sitting on their porch, getting their little bit of chess.com out on their, you know, very old BBC model. And they're sort of sitting there and they're thinking, hey, partner, what are we going to play today, man? And they're having, of course, a little bit of their homebrewed moonshine. And they're like, I want to do a little bit of hillbilly today, man. And they're like, oh, yeah, let's do some hillbilly, my friend. And does that sound good? Is that what you Americans sound like? I hope not. So I'm not very good at, you know, these words. I haven't played this very well. I was just thinking about drinking some moonshine on a porch in a forest somewhere tranquil, enjoying a nice Sunday with some homebrew. Maybe another day, eh? Okay, right, now what would the cowboy do? Well, the cowboy wouldn't even think for more than a millisecond about giving the pawn up on G2. You know, I mean, he would just give it. Come on, you want it. You know you want it. And what would he do? He would be like, whoo, off we go. And somehow my position seems to be all right here, but he is going to go f6. F6 is like a normal move here. So what the hell do we do? Well, I'm thinking about, oh, sod it. Let's go for it. G4. And the point, okay, that's a good move. That is a good move. Because if f6, I was going to take and have g5. Now, I'm not worried about losing this pawn. I'm more worried. I mean, queen e3 is a good move. But then the queen's really want to do that. No. We've got to play. We want to play. And now he's got this f6 move in. So he's playing very good moves. This is creating some opening of the position for him. And now if he takes on this square, am I completely mad? Yes, I am. Okay, so the idea here is to let him take on f2 and try to attack him. This is don't try this at home. Do not try this at home. I want to go bishop c2 and try to checkmate him here. And I mean, the cowboy never gets scared. He never. The fear is never there. He's never there. It's always solid. It's always cool. The cowboy's never scared. But actually, this is quite scary because if I go bishop here, he's got to defend this one. If he goes g6, I take it. If he goes h6, I go checkmate. So it's not complete rubbish. And I've only done 12 minutes. So I'm already 23.74. Can I get to my highest ever? Okay, so he probably wants to take here. But okay, we get an attack then, don't we? We get an attack. He's got to take my knight off. That's the only way to defend. Okay, this way he can do, but it looks his knight is trying to come in here. So he can do this, but his queen is now also a little bit problematic in the position. But if he gets his knight there, he does block things up. So I'm quite happy still here. Now I have queen f3, bishop here, rook f1, knight here, and I could take that one. I think this is good. Queen f3. Aha, but then he goes knight here, right? Knight d7. It's very weird. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to stop his knight coming in here. So if I go g5 and his knight comes in, it'd be lovely to have this rook in the game, but we can't always get what we want. Yeah, that was a bit of a Rolling Stones reference there. I think we're going to go for this and worry about it after I move it. It's not really the way you should play chess. His only move is knight d7, and I do have knight f7, but that's getting a little bit even too psychedelic for me. I'm not adverse to a little bit of psychedelia, you know, but in between rounding up the cattle, it's nice to look at the stars, maybe a little bit of peyote here and there. But I'm also thinking, rook h1 is my move. This move seems to cause him the most trouble, right? Now, knight d7, I can also go rook here. But knight d7, oh, he's played it. I think I have to go here. And don't ask me what I'm doing, because I'm not entirely sure yet if this is a good idea or a bad idea. And I'm still not entirely sure. I'm going to say good idea, but again, don't quote me. If he takes out the knight, knight here. So what about here anyway? Oh, yes, boy. Yes, boy. Oh, my words. This is getting incredibly sexy now. Incredibly sexy. Ooh, this is pure psychedelia. Queen G8. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Oh, he's not let me do it. What a stick in the mud. Oh, wheel him in. Wheel him in. I enjoyed that one. That was a fun one. Okay, we're 24-32. That's like my normal grade anyway. So, you know, so we'll stick with the E4s because, here we go. And we're loving a bit of the hillbillies. And this is the hillbilly proper. And the idea of this is actually not so stupid. You give up your pawn, but you attack. It's just like another day in the life of a gambitier. And it's actually like a Black Mardima gambit, if those of you who know that, but they've committed their pawn to c6, meaning they can't get their knight there. And if you look at the development again, every gambit, you've got to get something in return. And this is actually like the attack I do in a Dutch defense, where you just try to go for h7. So you try to bring your knight to g5, this one in here, and you try to aim for this. This is exactly what we're going for. We're going for that pawn around the king. And my opponent tried to break in the center, but I'm just going to now castle this way, and if anything, bringing another rook into the attack is going to be beneficial to me. If I can get rid of the knight on f6, so you can see the knight there, it's going to be game over. So can we even do that now by playing g4? G4, I mean, it could be that there's just a crushing win here already. g4 looks very strong to me. Can he go queen e? No, he can't. Okay, he can take it. But then I'm gonna, okay, let's go for this one. This looks like the way to try and kill straight away. The other idea is to move my rook over here. You can see this one. I know the mouse is not working so well now, I've just seen that, but just sit back and enjoy the madness otherwise. And all my pieces are working. The bishop here, fantastic. His king is in trouble. So there's no surprise that there's kind of a break here, but he's finding a way to defend now. And here, can I now move the knight in here? Well, this is what the cowboy would do. We don't go backwards, we go forwards. And the point of this, remember the knight there, behind his bishop, defending h7. Why is the mouse not showing up? Very annoying. Can we make the mouse bigger? We probably can. Maybe we don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste time. But we want to go forwards. You can see, hopefully see his key defensive piece, and we're just trying to get rid of it. But so far, he's hanging on. He is hanging on. So if I take king takes, take the bishop, he does take my rook. So if I capture here first, let's try that one. Let's get rid of that one now. And next move, I want to just move my rook. I could move my knight as well now. What about knight takes here? That's getting very close to being mate. Knight takes there, queen takes d4. Oh, what is happening here, people? Knight takes there, queen takes d4, and then do queen takes here, king takes f6. I can't see it there. I can't see it. I'm going to stick with this one. I'm not sure if knight takes knight was a better move there. It might well have been, because I get through to h7, but then he takes my rook, and I couldn't see the win. I'm getting a little bit short of time. So I'm trying to, oh no, he's got, this might be okay for me. It might be okay still, because I've got f6 in the position. I've still got the initiative here, but it doesn't seem to be as good as it was, right? It seemed to be, it was better than this somehow. So if he goes queen takes bishop, I've got f6, and that should be mating him because I've got rook h4 at the end. I've still got big attack here. All my pieces are attacking. And now we're just going to keep up the pressure. The cowboy doesn't go backwards. I could have slipped it sideways there, which I'm going to do now. Or can we do something else here? Can we just open him up more here? I've got bishop f3 as a calm move. Rook here, he comes here. I've got to move, haven't I? I've got to move. Bishop f3 or... Okay. Where do we move? Okay, let's go here. But now he has to go rook to h8. And he's still defending. He is still defending this position. So could this be my first loss? Oh no, come on. We want that 100%, man. We want that 100%. Can't be my first loss. Come on. He's got to go rook h8. It's his only move. And then I can take bishop takes f7 is actually a much better move. So he has to take with the king, because this one, surely. And the cowboy does not go backwards. The cowboy only goes forwards. Okay, well now I'm laughing, right? Because the queen is very useful in this game of chess. And he can't take my pawn because I win his rook with a check. So he's throwing in a little cheeky, but as long as I don't get flagged here, which I won't, because the cowboy's just quick as hell. We're going to win another one. Oh, yes. Okay, so now Harry, push him, and I've got just too many pawns here for my opponent to deal with. And okay, you can even have that pawn. You can even have that pawn because I've got loads of them over here. You have it. This is the kind of generous guy I am. Have I got pre-moves on? I better make sure I have, yeah. What's he trying to do to me? I don't have pre-queening. We're going to have to make some settings changes because that is not cool. We've got to have these ones going. And what are we doing here? Oh, I'm still very slow, aren't I? Oh God, what am I doing? Well, I have two queens up. Why am I even... Why? Okay, let's get another one. What's better than two queens? What's better than two queens? Three queens, right? Okay. I've got to get... Okay. I might just change my settings there quickly. I think if the Cowboys can continue his rise to fame, he might need to change his settings somewhat. Yeah, pre-move is very important. Okay. Where is the live chess is here, and let's have a look what we can do now. Always promotes a queen, enable pre-moves. Should we try playing a couple of games at once to maximize our winnings? That's just taking the piss. That is just taking the piss. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, right. Who's next? And our rating's actually pretty damn good already, right? Come on, let's go to the normal live chess. Okay, next up. Wheel him in, take him down. Wheel him in, take him down. So it's wheel him in, sacrifice some pieces, checkmate them. Next. Wheel him in, sacrifice some pieces, checkmate them. That's it. Okay. So I normally play the Dutch, but the Cowboy wants to try something else. And I'm actually going to now play, those of you who brought my Jabava London system, which I'm sure is a fair few of you, I'm actually going to play the reversed Jabava London. Why not? You could think the setup that I'm going for here is actually just the reversed Jabava London. I'm a tempo down, but I'm going to do the same kind of stuff, which is, I mean, come on, are you serious? And so maybe this actually works okay. I haven't really tried this setup before, but I've already got some rather punchy ideas over here. And his king, to me, is looking as naked as can be. And I could now take that pawn, but I'm actually thinking I'm just going to start throwing every single little guy that I have directly at his king. And the last one I can need to get over is this one here. So, well, this is looking really bad already for him. And that's quite a cheeky and solid move. Was that 11 moves? Is that how strong the Cowboy is? 11 moves? Show me the money. Okay, we're 25-41 already. This is insane. So that was unbelievable, right? Okay, next. We're going to take you down in anything. Okay, what are we going to do against this? Now, I think we're going to stick with our crazy gambit line. So we're going to stick with this one. And Now we're gonna keep playing this one, which is very risky. It's not entirely sound, but we don't care because we're a class A loony tune. Queen C2, one of the best ways to meet it, because it kind of forces that knight away, and it does put my compensation into some doubt. I'm going to go for my normal idea of playing D6 and getting the pieces out as quickly as I can. Now, I don't really want him playing B4, so I'm going to have to stop that move. And the one thing I'm relying on is this D6 move to free up. If he takes it, at least my bishop gets into the game. We saw this kind of thing before. I mean, again, he's played a very good defense here, but I've still got a little bit of extra development. I might have the pawn coming here, the knight coming in there. And, well, okay, you can go away, please. You're not coming, you know, off, back you go. Don't want you near me. Away, please. And, okay, so what next? Do we now bring the bishop here? I'm just, again, going for the quickest development I can see. And I'm also trying to disrupt maybe his king side there. Now, if I take, I do a little bit of disruption, and I feel that could be useful. Now, one idea is to move my knight into D4 now. And I'm going to play that one because it looks cool. It might not be the best move because he just moves his queen back. Can I then move the other knight in? What the flipping heck is going on here? What is going on? I've got to play this with just because it looks so nice. You know, sometimes you just got to go, you just got to think, yeah, I like the look of that. Now, can this one come in? And then I can take these guys? Or do I do something better? I don't know what. I don't know what else I do. Like bishop here? No, he's moving his own knight in. This is tripping me out. Knight there. I think I'm gonna have to go for this one. What is this like? Okay, well it looks just funky as hell. It might be an absolute load of shite, but it's a good looking poo. It's not one of those one. Yeah, I thought this might be a good move. He's basically trying to say, yeah, what are you doing, man? You completely mental? Yes, is the answer. I am completely mental. And yeah, he's actually made the whole idea look terrible. I think I've gone a little bit OTT here, right? How are we going to save this one? Oh no, the cowboy never gives up. Okay, forwards. If in doubt, you move forwards. Now, I really don't believe my position. I'm losing a piece here. This is where we're going to have to use a little bit of filth here. A little bit of filth is called for in this position. When I say a little bit, a lot of filth. Because I don't even, my knights are just, they're just looking absolutely stupid. What the hell are they doing there? Who put those knights there? Okay, some idiot. Right. And now he's coming in here as well. I've got two knights and pre. Everything's going wrong. This is what happens when it backfires. It backfires badly. Okay. Come on. He's a little bit short of time. You've got to keep positive in moments of diabolical shite. And I'm trying to find that positivity if he goes queen takes knight. I don't see it at the moment. Maybe it will become apparent to me when he plays it. That's how you work out chess, isn't it? As soon as your opponent plays a great move, he's played it. Well, this is the only option I could see, and I've got c6 as okay. He's getting the queens off, and oh dear, this is not cricket. This is not cricket. Can I take there? But then my king is getting ripped apart. Oh dear, I don't see any other option. We have to keep pieces on the board, but I could just be getting mated, right? With knight. Okay. Oh shit. Oh bugger. Oh yes, I am getting mated in the most. Oh no. No. Oh right. Okay, so what I'm going to stick with, when I lose a game, I'd never play that opening again because it's clearly nothing to do with my own play. It's all the opening's fault. Nothing. Okay, we got the same guy again. Right. You're going to have some king's gambit. I thought I was doing okay there, but I literally got well carried away there. I mean, that was a little bit, there is a limit. But this time we're going to do exactly the same again. Try to get carried away, sack everything and win. So we're doing the king's gambit. We can't lose to this guy again. That's the first loss of the cowboy. And of course we're going to try to play the most aggressive opening where we can, gambit hour against every possibility. Now this line here, I don't know, I quite prefer black because I try to gambit, but my opponent, okay, now I can gambit again. Jolly good. Now I can gambit again. So I'm tempting him to go knight takes g3, and I'm figuring here that, I get a little bit of tempo. Now, normally with the bishop on f1, I'd want to take the knight. Now, this is actually, a lot of the openings I'm playing are based on my experience, and what I'm playing here, okay, it is an ending, but this was something that Boris Spassky once played as white, and it was Spassky who said that this position was a lot better for white, and I think I believe him because I've got a rook coming to e1, and I've got this. My knights are actually better. My knights have some very nice squares in the center of the board, so I do, and my pawn in the center seems to be more relevant on d5. So I'm going to agree with Spassky here. Quite hard for him to put his king somewhere because as soon as I get my knight to one of these squares, it's attacking f7. So we can't just shuffle away without any worries. But let's give him a check first. Displace that king even more. And now, well, I could go here first. I will go here first. Why not? The other option I was thinking was to bring that knight to e4, but this one seems a little bit more punchy because at least I'm threatening to take the bishop, so it has a threat. And if he takes here, my pawns are looking very mobile and pleasant here. So, okay, we're going to do that, and we're just going to slide over there. I prefer my pawn structure in the center of the board, and let's just consolidate those pawns. I've just missed. He can go bishop here. Why did I? Oh, that last move of mine was terrible. Because if he finds bishop b4, he didn't find it, thankfully. Then it's still a bit tricky though, because the knight here, he's still got his bishop b4 move, which I've been missing. So can I play knight this way, and then rook here? But then he's got bishop f5. So he is doing an okay job at undermining my pawns. Now, I feel like I'm going to go here and try to sack the exchange after bishop b4, because okay, he's coming this way and he's trying to hit my pawns as much as he can, but I have a lot of activity here, so there must be a way where I'm doing okay. I mean, pawn to e6, pawn to d6, or knight to d6. Which one is it going to be? It's a weird position, right? Well, I'm going to try and get the knight to g5 and actually go for the attack here. I don't know how good this is, but I have better coordination, and this seems like a very natural way to follow up. So we give this a go, but I feel like I've let things slip again against this guy. Is this guy the Cowboy's bogeyman? What's his name? Catch a Cowboy? The Big Buffalo? What is he? What is his name? Okay, anyway, still a little bit weird, this position. Now, I'm trying to sort of trap his king here, but I think I have to go for this opposite colour bishop position. And yes, I'm a pawn down, but I'm thinking my king is in a better position. He's always got bishop f6 though. So I want to trap his king now, because now his king cannot escape. And I've got one idea, rook e1 and rook e8 checkmate. So how is he going to stop that? He has to give up the exchange, I feel. And he's got a lot of pawns, unfortunately, because this pawn is very strong. This guy's annoying. This guy's bloody annoying. His compensation is quite decent here. Oh, fucking flipping heck. What have I done with my rook? What am I doing against this guy? Okay, we're flagging. We will simply flag him. because we've let it slip. Well, I think if he'd have pushed the pawn on, he would have my rook trapped there. That was much more worrying. Now I feel like I'm back in some control here. Yes, he can get some dangerous pawns, but still feels. What do we do here? So he's going to push this pawn and go here. Well, I think we'll just hit his b4 pawn to start with. Okay, well his time's too low. He's clearly struggling on the clock, and we'll just keep that pressure up on the clock. Don't do anything silly. Get your king somewhere safe and queen that pawn. Seems like a very decent idea. Okay, don't do anything silly, Simon. You're very good at doing silly things. It has been known that you've Mr. Silly in the past, but okay, that's safe. Okay, I was a little bit worried there, but not too much worried. And I was doing okay, but he fought well. So now we're moving up in the world a little bit, rating rise. So what am I going to do against this one? Well, I said I was going to go e5, but I feel, I mean, now, don't shoot the messenger. I don't like the Scandi, but this is the quickest way to gambit a pawn. This is the drunken Scandinavian. This is what they all do. All the Vikings used to do, you know, late at night. They used to just have my pawns. It's the drunken Scandinavian. And I don't even know if it's an opening. I expect the answer is yes. It is an opening. Now, someone who's called Tactic Bot scares me. Are they actually a bot? Well, we'll find out. So in the drunken Scandinavian, I'm kind of making this up as I go along. You, of course, play h5 because you know, you're a little bit tipsy, and of course you castle queenside, and you don't retreat. And now what you do next? Well, now you play. What am I thinking of? E5. Okay, now we just have to connect those guys. We have to connect them. Have to come back here because I need to keep on this diagonal, I feel. And we go like the cowboy goes. G5. Of course we play G5 because we don't give a damn about anything. What was my idea here? Like before, I'm sure it will become apparent the more pieces I lose. Now I was thinking knight G5, but then can he just take it and go G3? Is it really working this? Is it really working? Have I again shot my load too soon? Very unlike me that. I mean, I want to play here as well, but then he takes, and this is the other idea. But after he takes it, pawn takes G3. I mean, is there anything? Because obviously you can't just play a losing. I don't like this move. This is just too negative. But I'm gonna have to save. I'm gonna have to save the knight move, I think, because knight. I mean, my original idea was to put the knight on G4 and threaten queen to H2 checkmate. But after he takes it, it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm coming up with another plan here, which is a little bit less aggressive, but I've still got this G file. That's the one advantage from sacking that pawn. So I need to try and use that G file, and I had to play one defensive move to stop anything over there. Okay, so now he's coming in, which is just a good move, right? Because I still haven't got any threats. Now, if I go here, what is happening? Because if I take, he's going to end up taking this knight. Takes, and I don't have anywhere. Okay, I have to go here. This is not going well. Not going well at the moment. So he's still getting into E6. This is the problem. I haven't managed to get my attack going. So my queen has been such a shit square. So how do we get that one any better? Can we get it any better? If I take here, he comes in. I don't like that. It's disgusting, right? This is disgusting. My queen. Why have you put yourself in such a stupid square? And I'm running out of time. This is cowboy. What are you doing? Okay, it's a desperado punt. I have to try this. But you can even take and go c7 to get rid of my queen. I might have to save the next 20 minutes for another time, guys. I'm going to have to rebuild. If I lose this one, I think that's me done. It started well, but I can just feel the problem with the cowboy is you have to play with maximum energy, and now he goes bishop here and he wins. Ah! Stop the timer. Okay, we're stopping the timer. I've had enough. I'm pulling a strop. There was an interesting games there. Okay, do stop the timer. 21 minutes 14. But I'm sick now. Okay, was there anything in it there? I don't know. I don't know what that gambit was, but it was interesting. But I'm starting to lose now. I'm pulling a strop. But anyway, there was some fun games. The cowboy is back. And well, I enjoyed having a weird little punt in some of those games. And there was the cowboy is back. And I'm going to aim to do something a little bit more educational on this channel. I actually did have the idea of making this into an educational thing, but then I thought, well, the cowboy's not really an educational man, is he? He just wants to get out there and rock and roll. So I decided, nah, sod that. We're not going to do anything educational. No. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to save those 21 minutes for another day. So we'll have to wait and see if I can get my rating up in those 21 minutes. But hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try do some more YouTube videos now. I've got a little bit more time. Tell me what kind of YouTube videos you might want to see. You know, what do you want to see? Is there anything particularly you'd like to see? I'll try to make some good stuff for you. Cheers. Goodbye for now. Till next time.